we could also work on like phrasal verbs or something from Mango if you like.
What would you say it's the best way to learn them?
Okay, so I think the best way, obviously, yes, it's to go through a lesson with them, but also to kind of have example phrases so you can, I'm not saying memorize them, but you can apply them a little bit easier.
I think probably there are a lot of phrasal verbs to say the same thing. When I started to learn English, I tried to learn as much as possible. And yeah, probably if I see some of them, I'm gonna recognize right away.
Mhm.
But I'd say that I've learned so many of them that right now I can't say them right away because I just don't use it. And yeah, I'd say that using them through phrases, it's the best way to learn and
Mhm.
to yeah to build up a great vocabulary.
Yeah, so you might not use them all the time, but you are going to be exposed to them because a lot of people use them in writing, even not just in speaking. So it's good to have a few good phrasal verbs that you can apply to a lot of different things.
Do you have a good one that you use a lot?
Okay, let me open one and I'll show you. So, for example, you have wipe off, stay out of, clean up, take in, look up, rip off, wear out. So, all of these are good phrasal verbs, but there are also other types of phrasal verbs that I actually have a book for it and I can't find it. So, just give me a second because I know I have it somewhere on my computer. Let's see if I can also share it. Now, some of these phrasal verbs, they are interchangeable. So a lot of them are going to be used for the same thing, but they look different or they sound different.
I'd say that the most interesting ones to me are the ones, for example, they that you cannot tell the meaning just by trying to translate the literal meaning. You know, for example, to look after. You know, if you say to look, it's just to look at someone, and after
Mm-hmm.
it's like later. You know, so look
So,
after.
yeah.
It's not like an easy one to kind of guess the meaning.
So it could be, for example, with the same verb that we have look, for example. We have look at, but we also have this other phrasal verb, look down on. Have you heard this one?
Yeah, I know this one. To look down
So
on someone.
or to look up to something or someone
Or
is
just to
another
look
one.
up.
Hmm. Now, to look up doesn't mean that you're looking up. It means that you're
Yeah,
taking whatever the person or the thing as a model, as a role model to follow.
I see, I see.
Okay, so that's to look up to something or to look up to someone. Now, we also have look for, which is like search, to look forward
Yeah.
to.
In fact,
So, yes.
there are thousands of phrasal verbs, and all of them are used, I think,
Mm-hmm.
daily. And of course, if you want to say, like, for example, we say, let's say, I've seen one today, to, when something comes down to, and you also have boils down to, it's like the same meaning, but I never actually seen anywhere to boils down, you know. I just learned it, but I never
Mm-hmm.
really seen anyone using it.
Okay, so yeah, that is also one. Now, there are some very simple like verbs that we have, for example, to buy. Well, we know what to buy is. It's to get something to buy. But if we say to buy out, what would to buy out mean?
Buy up,
Hmm.
to buy time.
Now, you have to buy out and to buy up. Now, to buy out is, for example, oh, I put buy out two times. To buy up. Now, to buy out is to buy everything that there is in stock. So, for example, if you have a company and that company is owned by, I don't know, by a certain firm or name, by a certain person. Now, if you buy all of the stocks for that company, so all of the whole brand, You are buying it out. You are buying it out. Okay, so you buy everything.
It's
Now,
like the opposite of
yes,
sold out, like sell out.
it's like sold out. The person is sold out. The company was sold out to someone, but the person who bought it out. Okay.
I see,
Now,
I get
the
it.
other one is to buy up. To buy up. So, for example, during the pandemic, people started buying up toilet paper. That means that the stores ran out of toilet paper. Everyone was just buying it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he happened the same, but people were buying up all the hand sanitizers.
Exactly. So the hand sanitizers. Good
Uh,
one. So almost basically for every verb that you have a phrasal verb that goes with it that's going to mean something very different from the original verb that we know. So if we only study normal verbs and not phrasal verbs, we risk not fully understanding everything.
It's very important when it comes, for example, to watching TV shows. You see a lot of phrasal verbs,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes if you don't know them, you're gonna kind of miss something out, and you're gonna get lost. So it's actually good to learn them. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I try to learn. Like before, I used to learn more, but like right now, I try to learn at least like 2, 4, 5 phrasal verbs per week. I'd say
Mm-hmm.
that's a good amount since I'm more like dedicating my time to listening. But yeah, I totally recommend people to learn phrasal verbs.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good thing.